Okay, so the big idea here, the thought, the leadership that's taking place at RMG is that you're combining the geotechnology to know when a traveler is in a certain zone of a destination, and you're able to identify who that traveler is.
That's right. Exactly. So, for us, if we look at the tool sets that exist out there now, some are absolutely wonderful. And so again, I not disparaging of others. I think there's a lot of different ways to solve for the equation. What we believe is unique is that we can take it down to that individual level, right? So whether that's by utilizing tracking of a mobile device that enters inside of a frame, whether that's the ability to pixel a website and then de-anonymize, and I know that's a difficult word for some folks to get their heads around, but it's removing the unknown of that website visitor. That's really what we think is a differentiator, right? So the underpinnings is that normative database, then matching that back to a known feet on the street of an individual who's in your market, in your city for an event, for an activity, whatever the case might be, just on a natural vacation for the weekend, the individual that was on your website at 9:30 last night. I look at the fact being the default for everyone has been Google Analytics, and it's a fabulous tool. And as we move to GA4, it should only get even better. But the reality is it's aggregate data, and we don't have that individual level. And one of the things that we've seen over the last several years is, when you look at aggregate data, it presumes that everybody that lives in the 7 houses in your cul-de-sac is roughly the same age, that makes roughly the same amount of money, that has a home at roughly the value at roughly the same price point. And we all know that that's not by any means the case. And so we want to take it down to that individual level and recognize that Brian is very different from Jim, who's very different from Jane, who's very different from Karen. And being able to recognize that in the way we communicate with them is critical.